Meteorologist Jason Catarina on the Valley's official weather station, 710 KURV.
Your exclusive AccuWeather forecast is powered by Rivera's Machinery on the Expressway in Donna for the best service, best warranty, best price for the long haul.
The Texas Comptroller is the chief financial officer of the 8th largest economy in the world. Governor Abbott knows Kelly Hancock will keep the Texas economy booming. As acting comptroller, Kelly Hancock protected your tax dollars and worked with Governor Abbott to fund President Trump's border wall. That's why Governor Abbott trusts Kelly Hancock.
This is Governor Greg Abbott. Results matter. That's why I endorse Kelly Hancock for Texas Comptroller. There is no one I trust more. Vote Kelly Hancock.
For Texas Agriculture Commissioner, do you want an experienced agriculture businessman? Then vote Nate Sheets. Someone trusted and endorsed by the Texas Farm Bureau? Vote Nate Sheets. Someone who will restore integrity to the office. Vote Nate Sheets.
This is Governor Greg Abbott. I'm proud to endorse Nate Sheets for Agriculture Commissioner. He's committed to fighting for Texas agriculture and restoring integrity to the Texas Agriculture Commission. Vote Nate Sheets for Agriculture Commissioner. Political ad paid for by Texans for Greg Abbott.
Come into Genesis of Harlingen today and soak up the feeling of the dynamic yet elegant design and cutting-edge technology that make up the amazing Genesis vehicle lineup. Visit today and choose from a great selection like a 2026 Genesis GV70. Lease one today for $497 a month. Come see where refined sophistication meets powerful innovation at Genesis of Harlingen at 8521 West Expressway 83 in Harlingen. Shop from the entire line of Genesis online at genesisofharlingen.com.
At your ranch, at your lease, at your property, you need the proven, the reliable, rugged technology, the reliability of the number one selling Kubota compact tractor in the nation. Do the job right. You'll find Kubota at Amigo Power Equipment in Edinburgh on Monte Cristo. Stop by, visit with JP and Jeff. Take a look at all the awesome inventory from Kubota. The amazing financing offers and the discounts available as we start this year. Stop by Amigo Power Equipment right now. Bring home select Kubota equipment for 0% financing if you qualify, or you could save up to $3,500 now through the end of February. What I mentioned to you, the 0% financing that's available, $3,500 savings option. You can get specific information at KubotaUSA.com. Visit with JP and Jeff today at Amigo Power Equipment, Edinburgh on Monte Cristo, and take home the number one selling Kubota compact tractor.
They said copies for a penny couldn't be done. We said, watch us. Total Imaging Solutions. We're flipping the script on printing. Whether you're a small business or a big operation, it doesn't matter. If you need a printer or copier, Total Imaging Solutions has the right printer for you. You get the printer for a simple monthly fee and copies, just a penny or less a page. No ink or toner charges. No surprise service fees, just clear, honest pricing. And if your old printer's slowing you down, we'll trade it out and level you up. Whether you print just a couple of copies a day or need the next New York Times press, we can help. Plus, if anything ever breaks, our team will have you up and running in under 4 hours. Easy printing, fast service, real savings. That's the penny or less revolution. Call 956-664-2113 or visit copiesforapenny.com. That's copiesforapenny.com. Total Imaging Solutions, helping your business one penny at a time.
Pain management specialist Dr. Dennis Slavin on back and neck pain.
Our website is feelingbetteratLast.com because that's what people say as they leave my office. They really are feeling better at last. Hi, I'm Dr. Dennis Slavin with some sound advice on back and neck pain. It starts in the morning as soon as you sit up in bed. You have that pain across your back that can cause an ugly tingling sensation down past your knee to your feet. This symptom, called sciatica, has several causes, but most can be treated without surgery. After a thorough history and physical, identifying the pain generator, whether it be a bulging disc, an arthritic joint, or an inflamed muscle, a targeted, precise, image-guided treatment done in the office can provide quick pain relief and allow you to get on with your day. Patients are amazed by the pain relief. They wonder why they waited so long to be feeling better at last.
With offices in McAllen and Weslaco, Dr. Dennis Slavin is only a phone call away, and many say it's the best call they've ever made. Call 956-973-0565, 973-0565.
You still thinking about selling or scaling your business? Well, great, but thinking is not going to get it done. You know, for $34 a month on RioPlex Business Exchange, that'll do it. Get real investors, real buyers and real opportunities to sell your business. Don't leave your future to chance. Own it. RioPlex Business Exchange will give you real valuations, real buyers, and opportunities. Subscribe at RioPlexBusinessExchange.com today.
Start the new year off on a healthier note by taking active liver supplements from New Nordic every day. Available online at Amazon or newnordicusa.com or at your local CVS, ShopRite, Meijer Grocery, or Wegmans.
Tune in for Primary Decision 2026 Election Day results and analysis. Tuesday night, March 3rd. It all starts at 7 on News Talk 710 KURV and on the Radio Potami app. It's the Vannie E. Cook Children's Cancer Clinic Radiothon to help fight kids' cancer in the Rio Grande Valley. Presented by Amigo Power Equipment and Lee's Pharmacy. Call with your donation now. 1-888-525-4376. That's 1-888-525-4376. Or visit radiothonrgv.com to make an online donation. The Vannie E. Cook 2026 Radiothon on 710 KURV.
Yeah, he's a cutie. He's a cutie. Yeah, these are good-looking babies. These are this is our last family. This is how we close out Radiothon 2026 on 710 KURV. Last we saw, let me see if Vicky sent an update. Let's see here. Last we saw, we were at around 66,000, a little bit north of 66,000. Thank you. On behalf of 710 KURV and all of our sister stations here at Radio United, thank you for your generosity. All the money that you've given today is for life-saving medicine and medical care at our one and only kids cancer clinic of the Valley. It is Vannie Cook. Some of y'all are running home right now, going to buy some chicken at H-E Butt and then take it apart, make some tacos or something with it. You guys, some of y'all finding out that we have a kids cancer clinic. It's not as big as the big name in Memphis or the ones in Houston, but they're attached to them. They're linked, right? Vannie Cook is linked to Texas Children's.
Yes,
up in Houston.
I don't know what the legal, but they are linked.
Yeah, they're linked.
When my kid had severe aplastic anemia,
There's like a branch for them, and then you got MD Anderson, the medical, the kid stuff that they do, pretty much shoved it over to Texas Children's, to Vannie Cook.
And Baylor College of Medicine, they are intimately involved.
There we go.
So they tell you, go to a university town because that's where all the smart brains are, the latest stuff. Well, you don't have to go to Houston to be in that milieu. It's right here.
I'll tell you what, Houston does not have Dr. Juan Carlos Bernini. Houston does not have.
He gave up a fortune in the sewing machine business.
He did?
No, he didn't. I always think this is.
I never know when Davey's making stuff up.
Because I'm poker face.
Houston doesn't have a Dr. Spider, Dr. Rodrigo
Aranya.
No, we got an incredible team along with all the nurses and
they're very sweet.
We have an awesome team here at Vannie Cook, and we're making one final plea for you to please make those phones ring, and whatever you can give, it's for life-saving medicine and medical care. Please call now, 888-525-4376. 888-525-HERO. That's precisely what you will be because you're making a financial donation. It's a direct donation to purchase medicine. You're saving a kid's life by purchasing this medicine to fight cancer. So you can call right now, 888-525-4376. Keep calling. We're in the final few minutes now. This is our last interview for Radiothon. 888-525-HERO. You can also donate online, radiothonrgv.com. Davey and I were saying that Victoria, she, for several days, people keep donating online. So we're at 66 now, 67. It'll keep coming in. We'll probably hit 85, 90 in a few days. People just keep on donating online. So our guest now, mom, is Esma Maritza de la Cruz. And we're right now featuring he was called Baby Ali. He's still a baby. He's 2 years old. He's a baby. But he was diagnosed with histiocytosis at 2 months. Tell me the story, Mom. What is that, and how'd you find out? What happened?
His is indeterminate cell histiocytosis. that means that it's similar to LCH, which is Langerhans histiocytosis.
You're speaking French to me. I understand nothing what you're saying.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, his basically it's an extremely rare disease. So from already rare diseases, it's even more rare.
Wow.
And they share the same features, but it wasn't meeting the same markers to label it as Langerhans.
Okay.
So it has...
It's a blood disorder? Or does it affect an organ or what? It's a blood disorder?
Yeah, it can affect the organs.
Okay. But it's a blood disorder, right? Is that what it is? Okay.
I believe they call it neoplasm.
You should have done like me and paid attention. And no, you learn that stuff and you don't even learn it in high school.
His son, Marshall, the reason we have a radiothon is because 17 years ago, his son, Marshall, how old was he back then?
He was... I think he was 18.
Early?
He was 17 or 18.
Yeah,
He was
like
last
late
year in high
teens.
school, senior in high school.
It was, what was it? Because she said a term that...
He had severe aplastic anemia.
There we go.
It's treated
He said something very similar.
It's a blood disorder.
Blood
But
disorder.
it's a killer. I mean, 25, 30 years ago, it was a
that was
killer.
17 years ago. And then, of course, we got started, our CEO back then got started with a radiothon. We've been doing this for 16 years. So, so we got baby Ali Rodriguez. He's in the studio. How are you, buddy? How's that lift? Is that okay? Your lift okay?
He fell down.
Yeah.
Chasing brother.
Yeah, he decided to wear brother's big boots. And he wasn't able to go as fast as they thought with those bigger boots. And brother's here too. Dio is here. Dio is 6, right? 6 years old.
Yeah.
And Ali is 2 years old. That's a pretty good separation. They can still play, with each other. Although Dio's got the advantage. So height and strength. So we're going to know who little brother is for a long time. So where is he now in his treatment?
He's done. He finished in, I believe it was the end of August of last year.
Okay.
And he had an MRI in December, and he's already cleared.
Okay.
He'll have one more MRI the beginning of this March, just to make sure everything went in the right direction. But he has already finished treatment.
You know, at 2 months old, this is what, I love babies. The only thing is, those years, which, by the way, I need to recognize Mom as well. Abuelita is here.
Grandma
Estela is here. I'm sure she was a
lot of help.
A rock foundation support for you. Thank God that she's still here and allowed her to be with you during this season. At this age, when they're so tiny, the only thing that I find frustrating, I wish they could tell you what's wrong. They can't. So what was it? Did he constantly cry? Did he have bruises? What was it that was
So it started with a tiny little dot. When I was changing his diaper, it was like next to the groin area. It was like purplish. The first thing I thought was, this is like a birthmark maybe appearing. So I didn't think of anything at first. I noticed it because it wasn't there. Then again, another diaper change, I saw more dots. And so I'm like, okay, that's weird. I wonder if it's something else. Then I noticed every time he would cry, like he has this breathing holding spell that when he cries, he'll hold his breath.
Oh.
And so
just to scare you.
He still does it. But when he started doing that, little dots, purple dots would appear on his eyelids.
Did they go away?
No, they wouldn't go. In the beginning, they mildly went away.
Okay.
So I'm like, okay, I quickly looked up something. I was going to go to the doctor, but I wanted to know, have an idea what's going on. Is that something to worry?
We all go to Dr. Internet to figure out.
So I read that some people do get that with the breathing holding spell. And so I wasn't worried so much either, because they said that happens. Once I went to the doctor, he said, no, this seems a little something else. I'm going to send you to infectious disease specialist. That's the direction that we went. So we went with them, but they started noticing that with every time he would cry, more and more would appear. By the end of like before he was diagnosed, his whole body was covered with tiny little purple
Good
dots
Lord.
all over. And
how long did it take you to get from dot number one to a diagnosis?
Not long. It was at 2 months, right? At 2 months, he was diagnosed,
he
right?
started at month 1, so it was at month 2. It was a month. It was a whole month.
You were diligent on this one. By month 2, they told you it was this type of cancer.
When they were trying to figure out, it was another hospital that we were at first. They're the ones that send us to Houston.
Okay.
That was our initial, like, where we were sent.
Okay. Let me pause for a second. I've seen this before. There was a newspaper write-up, and I mentioned it from time to time a few years back.
Okay.
It just infuriated me. They were in the Mid-Valley, this family. And in the Mid-Valley, I'm not going to name any names, but it was over in the Mid-Valley somewhere. Either they knew and ignored the fact that we had Vannie Cook, or they just didn't know, period. That's even worse.
The medical community still is not 100%
in our medical community,
knowledge.
that they are not completely knowledgeable of what the resources are in the Valley. That is really scary. They don't know everything. So either malicious, they didn't want to send over here, or they sent them to Houston. And it was months later they figured out, crap, we could have stayed home and, we could have done there. All the money we spent on a hotel, all the money that we spent on food, on transport, and gas. Yeah, people are still discovering that we have a kids' cancer clinic.
I didn't know beforehand about it.
And there's nothing wrong with you, because like 90% of the people we spoke to today, no one knows. No one
until you're
we
affected.
didn't know, and I went to school with Vannie Cook's kids in high school.
That's true. That's true. 16 years ago. That's the case. So people are still knowing.
Now with social media and these radiothons, it's very helpful to get the word out and advocate for the children. This clinic, it helps a lot to be here.
Is cancer, has it run in the family? Have you had a tia or somebody that, you guys have gone as a family?
I have an aunt that died before he was born, but before that, it was stomach cancer.
Yeah.
Before that, nobody had cancer in our family.
Okay. When they told you it was histiocytosis and it was cancer, and that was pretty recent. I mean, how did you take it? Where were you at? Who told you about that?
It was in Houston. We were there for a few weeks. They did bone marrow. They took out some bone marrow
on him.
Did he cry? My kid. They did with my kid, but he didn't.
They
knocked him out.
On some of them, on some procedures, he was. Yes, put under anesthesia.
He still got the wiggles, I tell you what.
Yeah, he was put under anesthesia for several procedures.
Yeah.
The first one that we got, they biopsied his leg. It was just numbing the area and cutting it out.
Did you get to watch?
Yes, everything. I was there for everything. While I was there,
wow,
I was holding it together. I don't know how, but I held it together. I was okay with everything, I was just wanting my baby to be okay.
Yeah.
But once they told me, I knew with their different demeanor, as they approached me with their hands in the back or holding, and they're like, "Well, we got to discuss. We find out more. We know now what he has." And the thing is, in the very beginning, they had told me that it might have nothing to do with oncology. The oncology team was taken out. And then a few days later, they're like, oh, the oncology team is coming back because we believe it has something to do in that direction.
It says here at Cleveland Clinic, it's a rare group of conditions that occur when your body makes abnormal white blood cells called histiocytes. Histiocytes help your body's defenses. It doesn't say that it's cancer, but it sure, my kids, it sounds like cancer. And so the cancer folks kind of get involved.
Who told you to come back to the Valley that you could get it done at Vannie Cook?
When they told me that he was going to start taking treatment and chemotherapy, etc., they said they immediately looked for locations, and they said there's a place near home.
Ding, 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 ding.
Vannie Cook Clinic.
Folks in Houston
Yes.
told you that.
Yes. They're the
Not
ones.
the folks in the Valley who sent you to Houston.
Yeah.
Folks in Houston told you to.
Yes. And so
come
then
back
we're
home.
like, okay. So after that, we're like grateful that that was going to help us a lot, because the distance, I mean,
Yeah.
like you said, gas.
Yeah. I love Houston. There's a lot, but it's expensive.
Yeah.
No, it's.
And, but yes,
Yeah.
that's how it
Well,
went in
as
that
we're-
direction. And like I said, once they told me, like, it's more than what we thought. And
Yeah.
that's when I began crying, because I'm like, okay, this is a little more serious now.
He has completed treatment. Baby Ali, he's now 2 years old. He was diagnosed at 2 months with his histiocytosis, has completed treatment September 2025, has not had a chance to ring that bell, though.
No, we're going to do it soon.
Parents want to wait until his radiological scans are done, like next month in March.
Yes. So in the beginning of March, he's going to get another scan.
Okay.
And hopefully everything's still clear. And when we come back, we're going to do that with Vannie Cook.
What was
Baby.
what is or was the treatment? What did they do for him?
It was chemotherapy on, I believe they call it subcutaneous, so on the skin.
Mm-hmm.
So it's just injection.
Oh, so he didn't have to sit still and have a tube?
No, he didn't have
the port.
The port. He didn't have it. It was just injections, two injections every time, and it was 14 cycles. We just had to, after every cycle, we had to draw blood out and make sure his platelets were in the level. Like
at one time, they did not have an in-house lab. They had to send blood work off. So imagine having to wait, I don't know what,
Yes,
let's say a week to get the results back to find out. And, it would drive you crazy. And
But now they do, right? It's much faster.
Now they do,
So,
yeah.
All right. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for your generosity. $72,000
awesome.
on the phone lines and everybody checking in. The contributions will continue to pour in online at the website radiothonrgv.com, radiothonrgv.com. Thank you, Rio Grande Valley, all of our family. Thank you for your $72,000.
Mm-hmm.
Every dollar is for life-saving medical care and medicines that tend to be very expensive. So that's why we need your help. That's why we do this Radiothon.
Yes.
And anything you want to share for folks that can still donate, maybe call the number, or I hesitate to say that because I don't know if the volunteers are still back there. I know we got all our FM stations over. Okay, there. Okay. The number to call 888-525-HERO, 888-525-HERO. What was it? 72? Wouldn't it be nice if somebody call in a $27,000 donation? Whoa, let's hit 100,000.
Sergio, I know who you are. We know people who can write that check.
Yeah, why don't you text that person right now, David? Radiothonrgv.com, radiothonrgv.com. Mama, you tell folks what is so important. Why is Vannie Cook so important to you, to your family, and to the Valley?
Once you're there, like not even just the beginning, every single time that you're going for treatment, you might think of bad things. Like, I mean,
your kid's going to die. That's what you think. Yes. My son or my daughter's going to die. That's the first thing
there's
the
a
parent
possibility.
Thinks of.
And so when you're there, they're already experienced. They're experts in their area, and you just got to put your trust in them. They are always in a good mood. Like, they received you like family, like everybody has said. It's true. They become part of you. They greet you in a very good manner, and they put you at ease.
Yeah.
And I want to give a shout out to Yadira, the social worker. If you ever go in there and you have like a hesitation or she tries to help you out in the best that she can with whatever it is. Even if it's just a simple small talk, like, it helps a lot.
And Yadira, the social worker at Vannie Cook, who we did not speak with today, but we have in the past. Yadira, for many years, in the 16 years that did this, for many years, of course, she was coordinating air traffic control, bringing all these, and of course, with families, trying to find the funding to get all this done at the clinic.
Yeah.
She got T-boned by cancer. Her son got cancer and had to go to that same clinic that she worked. I cannot imagine the pain, the shock that she went through, but she speaks from experience when she puts her arm around you and has those conversations with you to guide you.
She's experienced that. So
my goodness.
I feel her warmth and her
she knows what's going through your head.
Yes, she knows.
Absolutely.
And so this clinic is, I mean, it helps a lot to be here in the Valley, and their donation goes a long, long way.
I know it may have seemed like a bit flippant of Davey saying it as, as matter of fact as it is, but yes, that's what you think about.
Well, people cringe when I say that, but I know that's the first thing that parents think of. They don't.
My baby is, and you don't want to think that, but that's the truth.
And then, even then, now that he's finished treatment, I still have the feeling like, what if something comes back? I just recently told Yadira that I had that fear and I was uneasy. And the thing is, when I start feeling like this, it's coincidence. Yadira calls me for something randomly. And so, like, I associate her with, like, whenever I'm going through a hard time, like, just a simple call,
she knows.
It helps.
Thank you, Lord. No, thank you, Lord. That is awesome. Thank the Lord that she.
And all the activities that they do for the kids, it helps them feel a little normal.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
My son never, and he didn't admit it, but he never acted apprehensive. Now you go to give him injections. No kid likes that, but he put up with that too. There's you've walked into rooms where there's a tension or you can feel something. That's not Vannie Cook. It's not that way. It's very welcoming. And he was and the doctors, the ones we dealt, were very nice and put him at ease.
Yeah.
And they do Spanish too. So if you have family members, as you do, who don't speak English, they can do Spanish. So it's equal opportunity.
In the 25 some odd years that they've been open at Vannie Cook, they have never turned away a single child in the Valley that has needed life-saving cancer medicine and cancer care. Vannie Cook Kids Cancer Clinic of the RGV is a safe harbor. It is an island of hope, refuge, and healing for our kids who are fighting cancer. And my friend, as we close out here in just the final 2 minutes of this broadcast, we hope that you can go ahead and make a phone call, and we probably have a couple of operators still back there. Please call right now and make a generous donation. Thank you, Rio Grande Valley, for opening up your hearts and wallets. Thank you for the $73,000 that you have donated today. Now, there's more on the way online. People will keep donating because they'll see the posts and hear from family. Oh man, I missed it, and then they go online to radiothonrgv.com.
Until what time are they able to
They'll keep that website open for several days. Vicky comes.
Longer than that, I think.
Yeah, I think it's always open, to be honest, because it links back to the donation page. So within the next couple of weeks, we're going to hear probably hitting 85, 90,000. Every year it's the same thing. We're on the radio stations. We're good for about 70K, 75K, and then another 10, 20K that keeps coming in little by little online. Maybe they're waiting for the check right at the end of the month. Oh, I got to wait for the check right at the end of the month. In our KURV audience, I know that it's no coincidence that you tuned in right now and you've been moved to directly help save the life of Valley babies like baby Ali, fighting cancer successfully at our Kids Cancer Clinic. So please, we got a couple of volunteers back there. Please call in a generous donation, whatever size, $10 or $1,000 or 100 or $2,000, whatever you can call it in right now. Make that donation. It's for life-saving medicine and medical care at Vannie Cook, the Rio Grande Valley.
He's back to being
Cancer
a normal,
Clinic.
wiggly kid.
That's wonderful, right?
It is.
Because when they're quiet and they don't make noise, it's like oh man, something's wrong. Here's the number to call: 888-525-HERO. He's squirming. 888-525-4376. 888-525-4376. 888-525-HERO. Make a donation at radiothonrgv.com. And on behalf of baby Ali Rodriguez and big brother Dio and Papa's out there somewhere, Damian Rodriguez, and Mama's here, Esma Maritza de Luz, and Abuelita Estela is in here as well. So thanks for stopping by. Continued success, strength, and healing for baby Ali. Thank you for joining us today.
Thank you for having me.
And thank you, Valley, for your generosity. One final plea, 888-525-4376, 888-525-HERO, RadiothonRGV.com. Thank you, Valley, for being so generous. Anything else you want to say, Davey? Let's go.
Not right now.
All right.
Nope.
On behalf of Joe Salinas, the mighty Joe Salinas, Davis Rankin, Zach Cantu.
Anything you give. And if you make a pledge, and I think this happened to me one year, you make a pledge and then I can't keep the pledge.
No, there is no pledge.
Well, on this form, you can say I'm going to give it monthly.
Yeah, you got a form here.
Yeah.
So people make pledges. You know what I mean? When they call in, they make the donation immediately.
Oh, okay.
Because of the cash apps and cards. That's why we say we got $73,000 in the piggy bank for medicine and medical
I'm just
care.
pledging. I didn't bring my checkbook.
You're old school, Davey. You're old school. Yeah.
I'm not going to give them.
All right. That's it, gang. Joe, thank you for your patience. And we'll go back to pay some bills and maybe have to go to Michael Burr early if we can. We'll figure it out. Joe will figure it out on his end.
Bye.
All right. Thank you, Valley, for being so generous. And Radiothon 2026